Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Here we are on September 1st of 2023 and it's Friday. I want to start off by thanking you all so very much for the very kind condolences that you have sent to us and for your thoughts and your prayers. We feel your prayers, we feel your love, and we are really grateful for you and honored to have the opportunity to associate with you and are so grateful for you. So thank you very much. We're grateful for you in so many ways. Now, I also want to remind you all to please subscribe to our channel. I know it's crazy. I ask that every day, but you know what? YouTube, it really matters to YouTube if people subscribe to our channel, even if you watch every day. So if you can hit that subscribe button, that really does help us, as well as if you appreciate these updates, please give this video a thumbs up. Now, you might have noticed that ever since Tuesday, we have been seeing the headlines about the person that went overboard on Wonder of the Seas. Every time I see that, my heart just breaks for that person and for their family that has to go through that now. And so as we see that, I wanted to let you know, and I love that the Cuban Coast Guard there is still searching for that person. I remember a few months ago, someone went overboard and they actually found that person alive a few days later. And what a wonderful outcome that was. And so I am really glad that they are still looking, even though days have passed. And of course, we hope and pray for a good outcome there. Every time I see this though, I think about a few things. And then I was talking to someone the other day who has never been on a cruise. And one of the reasons is because they are worried they are going to fall off the ship and go overboard themselves, or that their children are. And so if you have never been on a cruise before, I want to make sure that you understand you can't fall off of a cruise ship. You have to go to a lot of effort to get to the point to go overboard on a cruise ship. The other thing is of course, when you have children, of course, keep your eye on them, but they would have to do a lot of climbing. They would have to be very much unattended and do a lot of climbing and it's not easy to fall off of a cruise ship. So I would say don't worry about that either. And then also another thing that I have recently learned more and more about is if you are on a cruise and you start having unsafe thoughts that maybe you want to go overboard or do anything like that, whether you're sad about something or you just have those thoughts for any reason, if you tell any crew member, they will get you help. You don't have to think, oh, I hope I end up being safe and I don't go overboard by the time, this cruise is over. You can get help with that. So really remember that, okay? There's, the cruise lines are prepared to help you. So be aware of that. And the final thing that I would add is if you are someone and you sometimes do crazy things, whether you drink, if you drink a lot, and then you sometimes do things that you would not normally do, either travel with someone who will keep their eye on you and make sure you're safe, or even, I would even suggest even more, taking a different kind of vacation. Take a land vacation, go to an all-inclusive resort, somewhere where you don't have to worry about accidentally doing something that you would have never intended to do. So let me know if anybody has anything else in the comments to suggest about that, but I think it's really important to talk about it. I feel like, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like we have been hearing this news a lot more frequently lately with people going overboard. So I wanted to start that conversation. Another thing I wanted to talk to you, and I get so many emails asking this, and I noticed it in the comments again the other day about using your Sky Miles, whatever miles or points that you have with your credit card or your airline to book flights, whether you're doing Princess Easy Air or with Celebrity or Holland America, Carnival, whoever you're looking at booking your flights with, you just use money. With the cruise lines, they have contracted with the airlines to provide these flights, often at a better price, not always, but often. And so you just pay with money. So if you have some points saved up or some miles and you want to use them for the flights for your cruise, just go ahead and book those separately. Okay, I think that's a wonderful way to not have to pay for flights for your cruise, and maybe you can go a little bit more often if you can cover the flight cost with points. Every once in a while, Gordon and I do that. We use some points or some miles for plane tickets, either to visit our family or to go on a cruise, and it's really nice when that works out so well. Wanted to make you aware of that. And another thing that I want to ask you, and this really came to my mind when I was talking to someone, and the person I shared was worried about going overboard on a cruise ship. if any of you have any questions, whether it's about cruising or the travel associated with cruising, will you please put those in the comments or send me an email, because I feel like there's a whole lot of things that we need to talk about that I'm not talking about. And I realize that every once in a while, sometimes on people's videos, they say things that to me, I was like, oh, I should have said that. I just assumed it somehow in my mind. And things I'm not, I'd probably have to do some research on. And so I think it's really important to get your questions and we will talk about them. All right. I really appreciate you all. The other thing that I want to talk about more, I was looking at trends on Google and what people are Googling to do with cruising. And one of the very top ones is what is going on in the cruise industry. And we have been hearing about so many changes, and you all leave such wonderful comments. But I thought that would be also a fun point of discussion today and something we can talk about a little bit more so that we're all prepared when we get on a cruise ship. But what do you think is going on in the cruise industry? I think it's a combination of a whole lot of things, and we'll talk about that more. But I really appreciate you all being here with me. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.